Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the farm. Today, we have a few different things that we need to get done. First of all, we are going to get our hired hand running in the field again. And I don't know... Okay, so you guys haven't seen, because I am not posting what I've recorded with that. The hired hand is very, very dumb. So this field's planted like a mess. Let me show you. You see this? You see this hot mess of planting? You see this? Yeah. This is what I was sitting through the other day, trying to record a video, trying to get the hired hand to work. It was literally me just fixing the hired hand every single time. It was a mess. Long story short, this field has been a nightmare to plant. We're going to get the hired hand working on that again, and we're going to constantly be correcting them because they're going to mess up. So that's one of the things we're doing. Also, we need to haul some materials down to the construction site for the racetrack that the state has been commissioned to make. The state got a massive grant of, I think, about $5 million. And we all are pitching in to assist them. Essentially what happened was we've made a joint construction company, and we've got LLC'd and everything. We're all legal. We've got all the equipment. A lot of it is rental, but some of it is not. We've built a batch plant for the concrete mixing, so we can pour all the concrete and stuff like that. So we've got a lot of materials to move. We have most of the equipment down at the job site already, but we have materials to move yet, so we're going to be doing that as well. Before we get all that started, you already know it's time for a 5M server plug. So if you're interested in the GTA 5 5M community, then click the link down in the description below and do the application. Fill out the application. By the way, before you do, I want to say the #1 reason for denial on your application is lack of effort. It says minimum 4 sentences on a lot of the stuff. Please take the time to put effort into the application. You have a much better chance of getting in the server. We receive a lot of applications, so make yourself seem very professional and stand out compared to the competition when it comes down to it. Also, one thing to note, the age limit is 15. You must be 15 or older, and if you're within like 2 to 3 months of turning 15 years old, then they'll usually let that one slide. But if you're under 15, your application will automatically be denied. But if you're interested, click the link down in the description below and apply to join today. All right, with that out of the way, let's get to work. Oh, we also need to move hay bales, by the way. We also need to mow some more hay. We need to get this all planted. This is the main priority, getting that planted, because I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret here. It's a day 15 of late spring. It's the last day of spring. It was 13 just yesterday. And Austin skipped through the night, and I don't know what happened, but for some reason, it went from day 13 straight to day 15. So, something happened there, and we're on our last day of spring now, so we need to get that planted. I'm not too worried, because we can plant corn into the summer. It'll be fine either way. But, yeah, we need to get that going. Let's run out to the work, or wherever they are. Try and not rub against these the tree limbs too much. Also try not to drive in the field too much. We got a lot of stuff to do, guys. We are so busy. Got all this hay to take care of. Got this ground to get planted yet. Now we've taken up, we're on contract with the state to get that racetrack finished, that construction project finished in a certain amount of time. And on budget, I should add, as well. So we can't be like spending too much money, because we can't go over budget. It's going to be a really, really busy year here in Nebraska, that's for sure. We're going to leave the truck running as I get a hired hand working here. As you can see, okay, so one of the main issues that happens, a hired hand will just go along, and then you think they would stop here and turn around, right? No, they just drive right through the ditch and continue, and then they get all messed up, and they get stuck, and then this happens, they jackknife. So, yeah, it's been a good time. I'm honestly so tempted to just not plant the rest of my field and just say, well, we got what we got planted, and just accepting my fate, but we're not going to do that. I should run, you know what? I'm going to have to, I shouldn't have parked my truck so far away. Okay, it'll be fine. I'm going to run down here, and we're going to reline up and try and go north-south, because it seemed to do north-south better. It started to run into some issues, so then I tried east to west, and then, as you can see, that was an absolute failure. So we're going to go back to trying north and south, and it's probably not going to like it, because we ran east and west now. Probably going to stop too early. I should probably just plant this whole bottom section right here on my own, and then just get the guy going on that north section up there. In fact, I feel like that would be a very smart thing for me to do. Yeah, you know what? We'll take care of this bottom section ourselves, since it's just a massive mess. But I'm going to try and get the hired hand working on most of this over here. We might drive through the ditch a little bit here, but it's fine. It'll be fine. Oh, yeah, that's probably not fine. That's a pretty big ditch, isn't it? Oh, you know what? That's not terrible. We even still had clearance. I mean, yeah, don't recommend taking your planter through that. Never would really recommend that, but it worked out, didn't it? Alright, hire. Please do your job well, person. I'm going to call you Frank, because that's what I call everyone. Okay, let's run back over to the truck, which was somewhere to this direction. And then we'll get over there, and we have to go down to the job site, pick up a semi, pick up a flatbed trailer. Then we have to run up, and we're going to need... Oh, you know what? We're going to need a telehandler as well down there so we can unload... Okay. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff to do, but we got to get materials moved. So let's get over there to the job site to get a semi picked up, and then we'll get to work on that. I also want to say I'm sorry for missing an upload on Saturday, which was yesterday. Sometimes just life gets in the way, and you got things you got to take care of in the real world, you know what I mean? And you just can't, you can't find the time to get the video out, and I apologize about that. You try to make sure there's content every single day, and I guess now's the perfect time to make an announcement on something. As you guys know, usually I have Sundays scheduled for live streams. Because life just outside of YouTube is so busy for me right now, we're at the extreme busy time where I work. We're coming up on a bunch of trade shows and stuff, so I have a lot of video assets that I need to get finished and finalized and started and everything before the start of the new year, and then we're coming up on Christmas break, and it's just put a huge workload on me at work. So that's why you haven't seen live streams on Sundays lately, because I'm barely keeping up with videos as it is, and I need the entire day of Sunday to sit down. I record 2 to 3 videos. I record one for Sunday if I can. I try to. I record one for Monday, and I record one for Tuesday. Then I have to edit Sundays. I have to edit Mondays, and it takes a while. So I apologize about there not being live streams recently on Sundays. Eventually those will return, but for right now, while I'm in the really busy period at work, they're just, it's just not, I'm not able to put it into my schedule. So I apologize about that. So from now until you hear again in the future, live streams are postponed or canceled. Unless for some reason something comes up where I can do an impromptu live stream. So there might be some impromptu ones, some random ones, but I doubt it. Just letting you guys know about all that. Also, I wouldn't be surprised if we start getting some spraying jobs here at the co-op, so that's going to even be even more busy. Gosh, we have like 5 or 6, what is it, 4 or 5 at least seed tenders out on rental right now. I'm going to have to keep track of all of those. Okay, take a left-hand turn out of the co-op here. Right here to the right is the construction business. That's the batch plant. You know what? Let's pull in there and I'll show it to you real quick. No one's driving down the road, so I can just kind of back up. It'll be all right. There we go. And regular traffic is supposed to go through those gates, but they're closed right now, and I don't have the key with me to open them. So we're going to go through the scale, which is fine. So right in here, this is the construction facilities batch plant. Okay, yeah, helper C is blocked by an object. We'll get you fixed in a second. So we got some concrete mixers and barrel mixers in there. A lot of people will call them cement mixers, and that's not actually true. Concrete. They're barrel mixers, more specifically. Cement is an ingredient that goes into concrete, but it is not concrete. So you're walking on concrete, you're not walking on cement. One of the common misconceptions. Even I made that before I worked in the industry. I work in the concrete industry, so that's just how I kind of know that. But yeah, anyways, back here's the batch plant. Everything gets mixed. All the, you know, the cement, the sand, the rock, everything gets water, all that good stuff gets mixed in and loaded into the barrel trucks to be transported to the job site. We have some overflow storage for those materials over here. As you can see, some water barrels around. And then we got materials back here. These are some of the materials that we're going to be hauling. We got all this wood plank stuff, and we have more than just this. There's some that we don't even have at the batch plant yet that we have to haul. So we're going to be picking that stuff up. We're going to be taking it down to the job site. But as you guys can see, we have got quite a bit of stuff. Also, I should note this right here is also raw material. That's to hold raw material for the concrete, to hold the sand and the rock specifically. You don't want to hold cement in there because cement is... if it gets moisture in it, then it kind of activates, you know what I mean? You don't want to ruin it by letting it get wet. So cement isn't stored out in the open like that. But either way, let's get down to the job site, which isn't too far. It's just to the south of town here. And we'll get ourselves a semi, get a flatbed, and we will begin hauling out some materials down to the job site. Alright, gotta start slowing down here. Since this is also a state project, they have state supervisors out. They've got, oh, you know what? That guy hasn't turned on his lights today. What a dummy. What a dummy. This truck just sits here parked. Maybe the battery died. Well, that's possible. We gotta check that real quick, because it has to be on for traffic to alert them that there's construction equipment going in and out up here. Let's hop out and we'll just check. We'll get that back on for him. And turn that on. Turn on the flashers. There we go. The battery wasn't dead. They just, he had them shut off. Gotta turn those on, make sure people are aware. Alright, let's get back down there. Hop up in the truck. Turn it on. Check the mirror. No one's coming. Let's pull out. There we go. Usually that's the state guy's job. He's the one that's in charge of that stuff. We don't even own that truck, but he's slacking. He's slacking today. As you can see, we've already got some materials down here. In fact, what is that? Is that one of the materials, or is that the building behind? That's the building behind. I was like, what's that silo there? We didn't bring a silo down here. Alright. There's the entrance right here. Let's pull in. We're gonna be, okay, so as you can see, this was a piece of farm ground here originally. Let me pull off right over here out of the way. That'll do. Shut down. So this was a piece of farm ground here originally. And as you can see, we're gonna have to level out. That's what this guy's for. We're going to then roll it to compact it, which is what... Oh, come on. They were hauled here, were they not? Did they never make it here? Seriously? Where are they? Where did they go? We had them here. Oh, you know what? I don't know where they are. Okay, honest answer. Somebody removed some mods from the server, and obviously these were one of them because they were sitting right here, and they've been removed, and I didn't catch that before I hopped in, so I'm going to have to re-add those back into the server. But anyways, we have rollers to roll all this land out and stuff. But we're going to hop up into one of these trucks, probably... Guess we could use this one. I really want to. I think I want to use this one though. Yeah. Okay, so we'll hop up in this truck right here. Fired up here. Perfect. Let's hop out and detach. Trailer, let's pull that right there. Make sure those legs are all the way dropped. Looking good. Got some blocks under the tires. Perfect. Let's leave that sit there. We can pull forward now. There we go. Get connected up to this this low bed trailer, this flatbed trailer. What is it? It's called like low bed? I think it's called a low bed in the mods, by the way, if anyone's looking for it. Let's get backed up, connected to that. Gotta hit the kingpin right on the fifth wheel. Ooh, just a little bit farther. There we go. Let's hop out. Make sure that's latched in. Make sure these get raised up. Everything's good to go. Let's run the air lines, the lights. Got no blocks on these back here. Everything's looking fine. Perfect. Let's hit the road. Turn on our lights for safety. Turn on those as well, just because we're going in and out of construction zones. And let's go and pick up the first load of materials here. Also ignore that weird cluster of whatever was hauled. A truck and trailer hauled on a truck and trailer, all in a bobcat kind of thing. Ignore that. Buck was just messing around, trying to make some funny stuff the other day. Alright, let's get down the road, get to the batch plant, and pick up our first load of materials. You know what? Oh gosh, we are going real fast. Slow down, Jake. You're coming into town even. 35, buddy. 35. While we're rolling up here, I'm going to pull in, and I'm going to find my hired hand on my farm. I'm going to get them squared away really quick before we load up those materials. So let's just pull through the co-op here. We'll take our little private drive back a little ways. We're not going to be able to take it over the bridge, because I am pretty sure we'll bottom out, but we'll take it back as far as we can here. Actually, you know what? I better not even go on that road. I better just stop right here. That way I can turn back around. Turn on the flashers, since it's going to be sitting there. Alright, so let's go and get the hired hand fixed here. Aha! Yep. What did I tell you? They hit the ditch, then they get confused, and they jackknife. Story of my life. Okay. Turn on diff locks here. Nope. Diff locks. Here we go. Yeah, like I said, the hired hand is nearly worthless. Doesn't matter what direction I make him go either. He's gonna get stuck. He can hit it there, and he can hit the ravine there, and the ravine right there. So it really doesn't matter what I do. He is gonna get stuck everywhere. Try and line this thing up as best as I can by eye here. Back up just a wee bit. That'll do right there. Okay. You're gonna be good for like 3 minutes, and then I'm gonna have to come back here, aren't I? Alright, let's hop back up into the truck. Engine shut off. Turn that back on. Turn off some flashers. Put her in drive. Oh, looks like the worker, you can see him out there. Still going. Make this turn nice and wide, just in case. Oh, I don't want to drive through that water. Two-wheel drive. That's how you get stuck. That mud right there. Oh, we sunk into it. Just a little bit. Alright. It's not that wet out right now. It's at least it's not that muddy. The mud's not super thick, so I don't have to worry about it too much. Roll through here. Going a little fast. Probably. And we'll just head right across to the batch plant, which is really convenient. It's so close. And we'll get loaded up with those materials. Nobody coming. Alright. Make this turn. There we go. Nice and easy. And we gotta just snake it over this way now. Perfect. We'll pull in through the weights. See how heavy we are, huh? We weigh... what was that? 32,000 pounds? 32,484 pounds. Holy cow. Oh, and this is a tight turn here, boys. This is a really tight turn. We can't go that way. We're just gonna have to kind of pull our way up here and try and snake this over. Am I gonna make that? Hold on. Let's just check. We're good there. We might be good here. Yeah, you know what? We should be fine. I think we're just gonna barely make this. This door has to be open to make these turns. That's a design flaw. They should not have put this building so close. Yup. Barely sneaking by. Here we go. Made it. We gotta sneak way over here. This is a tight yard. This is such a tight yard. Okay, let's crank it this way now. Sure we're wide enough. Looking fine. And then we're just gonna... how do I want to back? Do I want to back up in there? Do I want to pull around? And okay, I know what I'm gonna do. We're gonna go this way. Right over here. We're gonna cut around this way. And they were talking about fencing this area in, and thank God they didn't, because if I have to drive out into that field a little bit to make turns, I'm gonna have to drive out in that field because, man, they made this area tight. I think they were expecting mainly yard equipment and concrete barrel mixers to be going around here. Not semis with long trailers. We're fitting underneath those just fine. That's good. Okay. Now we'll go back this way. There we go. Easy. We'll kind of angle off this way a little bit. That should do. Let's put her in reverse. And because the mirrors are worthless on this truck, we're going to do this outside of the cab. Back up. Going to back up to these materials. Go. We'll just back right up into here, into the mud. Luckily, it's really not that muddy. Don't have to worry about getting stuck or anything. That should do right about there. I'm fine with that. Now, I will walk in to the building, tell the yard manager that we're here for a load, and they'll get someone out here to load us up. All right, we got loaded up. Didn't take very long. We're going to pull out of here and get down to the job site. That's what we're going to do. Go right on around this way. There we go. Crank it back this way. Turn that tight. Luckily, this Mac is a day cab, which means it can make these turns a little easier. Go. And then we're going to have to crank our way on into that. Gosh. Scales. I should just have them open up that gate for me. They don't need my load out. This scale is only for the concrete trucks. They don't need it for me. I should ask them to unlock that gate. I think that would make life so much easier. Because look at this. We're not going to make this turn. We are not going to make that turn. Not at all. Not at all. Oh boy. This is a challenge. We're going to ask him to open up that gate. I ain't going through this. This is ridiculous. Now I got to snake my way out of being stuck here. Okay. Let's just pull off up over here. Let's run in and ask the yard manager to unlock the gate and just leave it open for us. Because I am not dealing with that. Alright, the yard hand got that opened up for us. Let's hop back up into the truck, put her in drive. We're going to have to figure out how to turn this thing around. Just turn her tight. What else can you do? Hard on the bearings on the trailer, but gotta do what you gotta do, am I right? Crank it back this way. Go. Right up through here. Probably did that a little wrong. No, we're good. Yep, we're gonna finally be able to get out of here. Whew! And this place, not the funnest to get out of. Let's turn on our blinker. Anybody coming? I don't see anybody. Alright, there we go. Blinker off. Let's get over into our lane there. Mac, a little difficult to drive at times. I have a dead zone on my wheel because the game updated and I need to get that taken off because holy cow, it's making it really hard to drive. We'll just run right down here. We'll have them unload us and then we'll do a couple more loads. Shouldn't take too long. Nice and easy. Slow down over this bridge. Don't want to shift my load or anything. There we go. Luckily, it's not a long drive for us. It's just right down here is the job site. Okay, and we are going to kind of lean over into this lane a little bit as we pass that truck. Oh, there's a car coming, so we'll get back over here near these cones. Can't get too close to them. I'll start to knock them with the trailer. Ooh! It's a tight fit. It's a tight fit through here. Then right down here is the entrance. We'll have these boys use one of the pieces of equipment here or something to unload the trailer and drop it off. I don't know where they're wanting to unload and the materials at here. Pull in, talk to the site manager, and see where he wants to unload materials. Then I'll pull off over there, and we will get them unloaded for him. So let's hop out and talk to the site manager. Alright, sounds good. Thanks for the coffee. Okay, so we just talked to the site manager. He told us where they want us to unload materials. Oh, hold on. This handle sometimes gets stuck with all that mud. There we go. So he said he wants them pulled off right over here next to the roadway. Just right over here to the right. Again, ignore that. Fuck. So we're just gonna kind of pull right off up over here a little ways. And then someone said they were hopping in pieces of equipment to get us unloaded, so we'll just sit here and wait for that to happen, then we'll go get another load. Alright, they just got us unloaded here. They put all the pieces of wood right down over here. Looks good to me. We got a lot more loads to haul in, so let's get at that. Let's roll over back to the batch plant, pick up another load, and we'll bring that down here. We got quite a few loads to bring in today. Man, I turned that one really tight, didn't I? Hard on my equipment. Oh gosh, don't hit my truck, Jake. That would be bad news bears, wouldn't it? Anybody coming? I really don't want to pull out in front of someone. There we go. We're good. Let's get down there and get the next load picked up. Alright, showing back up at the batch plant here in town. We'll indicate. Turn left into the yard, and this time they said they'd leave the gate open for us so we can just squeeze through here instead. I feel like that's going to make life so much easier. Oh my gosh, it did. Didn't even struggle pulling in this time. You know how nice that was? Good lord, alright. You know the drill. In fact, I'm not even going to pull around this time. I'm just going to back straight in. How's that sound? Alright, we're backing in. Trying not to hit all this trash someone piled up here next to the dumpsters. Obviously, they don't clean that stuff out. Pigs, man. Nothing but pigs out here. We'll get backed right up into this spot. Get the next pallet set. And we also have some other stuff to haul. Some dumpsters, some materials, some other things. We got a lot of stuff to haul. But we'll back up here, run into the yard hand. The yard manager, I mean. And let him know that we are ready for the next load. Alright, just talked to the yard manager. He said he's sending someone back out here to get us loaded up, so we'll just sit and wait. And once we're loaded up, we'll hit the road again. Alright, we're loaded up. Let's go ahead and release parking brake, put her in drive. Let's roll on out of here, down to the job site. Second load of the day, and then we got a lot more to do after that. But didn't take us too long to get down there, as it's only about a couple mile drive for us. Really isn't that bad. We're gonna kind of turn this thing real shallow. You gotta watch that. There we go. Stop and indicate that we're turning. There's somebody coming here. Wait on them, let them pass before we go. Probably gonna regret it because they're probably gonna be Slowpoke McGee. Here we go. Let's roll out. Perfect. Indicator off, and we are headed back down to the job site. Oh, also, that billboard right there for the Farmers Cooperative, I need to get another one put up facing the north side of the road. So, we're gonna... Ooh, excuse me. We're gonna get to that here at some point, hopefully. Buddy, you should pull over a little bit. That is awfully close to that truck. How rude. It's like a courtesy to get over when you get to a road construction site like that, man. Some people just do not have courtesy, do they? Either way, we're rolling up to the job site. Gonna get the next set of pallets unloaded here. Then we've got some, oh, let's indicate, slow down. We've got some dumpster stuff, some other just tools and other materials that we're gonna have to get hauled out here for the construction project. But we're gonna make this turn a little wide. Here we go. We'll just pull it right off up over here. Straighten out, and we will walk into the yard hand and let them know we're ready to be unloaded. Or the yard manager. No, not the yard manager, the site manager. There's so many positions, it's difficult to keep track of. Alright, sounds like they just got us unloaded. Let's hop out and take... Oh, we left our blinker on. There we go. Looks like the other pallet of wood is unloaded here. So we got a lot more loads to haul here yet today. We're going to get those all hauled and finished up, and then we will catch in with you here in just a second. But let's get down the road and get the next one done. Alright guys, well, a little while later we got everything hauled here today. All the stuff that we're going to need for the construction progress. Got all our material dump bins. Got some mixing stuff, some stuff inside those containers, more mixing stuff. Bags of mixing ingredients. More bags of stuff, and some of that's just sand, actually. Bunch of the building materials, some pallet stuff, buckets, you know how it is. Bunch of building materials, bunch more buckets and bricks and all kinds of good stuff. Sawmill set up. Everything is good to go, ready to go. And we also got another bucket deal here, or a dump deal here. Materials, and we have some barrels of ground setting chemicals. I don't know, they're just like, what is it? Well, I can't remember. Calcium something is what you put on the ground to settle the ground. I can't remember. To settle the dust is what it's for. But we got everything hauled here today. Gonna be constructing this racetrack here very soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you give it a big old thumbs up. And until next time, I'll see y'all later.